Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever. I mixed up the order, whatever. How's everybody doing? I'm sitting at a red light. I'm driving home. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Coming to you live from Buffalo, North Buffalo right now, New York. What is going down, Steaks? Mr. Don, what's up? We'll see what happens today. I should be going home and going to freaking bed because I don't got any kids at home, and the wife's asleep, and I could probably go right home, go straight to sleep. But you know what? I'm going to hang out for a little while. Why not? I got out of work on time, and I don't know. Why not? Right, Stiggs? Go live, right, Stiggs? So on Friday morning, I did a show with everybody. It was a good time. And I ended it by basically saying that I had to go for a follow-up appointment for my right knee. And yeah, no more shots. Time for an MRI. so, so hopefully I can get that done within the next few weeks. Like I said, my friend is my doctor. What's up, Payne? And he will try to get me in much sooner than later. So, for now, I just got to deal with it, and that's that. It feels like it's a part of life now. So, that's right, Stakes. Push live. You should get that copyrighted, Stakes. Oops. Hang on, Don. Hang on. Hang on. I'm all fucked up here. There he is. What's up?
How are you, brother?
I'm all right. Work went by fast. It was a pretty calm night. Shit got done, and I couldn't have went any better for a Sunday to Monday. You know what I mean?
Good to hear.
Yeah, for one. It's the final countdown, baby. I'm gonna be on. I gotta work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. We're going out of town. So.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might pop on. I mean, we're gonna be out of town for probably 2-3 days at least, and then maybe I'll do a late night or something at some point. So we'll see.
Hey, tell me something.
What's that, bud?
Tell me something. Where's Yankees?
Yankees has been around. He's working days this week, I believe. So I don't know if we'll see him or hear from him today. But he's around.
Hasn't been on for at least close to a month now, I'll say.
Yeah, he had some time off. So I don't know if he went anywhere or did anything. You know what I mean? But I know he had some time off. So.
How are you, Payne? How are you, Tommy?
What is going on, Payne, Mr. Payne? Where are the clones? Yeah, well, it all depends, right, Payne? All depends, right? So yeah, I'm on my way home. How was your weekend? Did you do anything?
Same as always, buddy. Same as always. Always running around, rushing around.
Yeah. Friday we went out to dinner, which was that's my thumbnail. If you paid attention to my thumbnail, that's what I had to eat.
What are they? Chicken schnitzels with ham and cheese.
So that was breaded chicken on the bottom, ham in the middle, and then on the top was breaded eggplant with mozzarella cheese on top.
Okay.
It was called chicken margarita, and I only got. I'll tell you what, like when I'm hungry, I'll eat, but that I can only finish one piece and maybe a little bit of that pasta I ate, and that's it. And I ate it for the rest of the weekend.
Too much stuff on top.
Oh, that was a lot, man. But you know what? I'm not complaining. It lasted me a few days, and it was worth the money. So you can't now the portion sizes everywhere else you go suck. You know what I mean?
What's the thing? Before COVID, the portion sizes were humongous. Now, after COVID, now everything's all cut in half.
Yep, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, so yeah, we went out to dinner, and I think I just hung out. Oh yeah, I went when I got home. I was on ALV show for a little while,
Yeah, I saw that.
and I was like you said, are you going to do a midnight show? I think you asked me that when I was there,
Yeah.
and sure enough, I was thinking about doing it, and then my daughter comes up. She's like, "Do you want to play cards?" I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, we played a little bit of poker and war. You know what I mean? So
Good.
So we and by that time I was tired, man. It was it for me. And then Saturday night, I my son's like, Dad, can we get the fights? The pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll get some, people together and we'll get it. And I turned it on. And it was $85. I'm like, holy shit. You know what I mean?
Holy
like,
shit.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, I just blew 120 on dinner last night. Now I gotta, but I bought it. You know what I mean? He wanted to hang out with me, and I had a couple of my old neighbors come over and kind of made a little bit of a night out of it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, fights were good. They were all of them were pretty entertaining. So, it was worth it. I was stressing out about the price. You know what I mean? And then, you know what though? If I took my family, someone was trying to get in here. I don't know who was, but if I take my family to the movies nowadays, that's at least $100 right there. You know what I mean?
Tell me about it. I went and saw that Oppenheimer with my son, and just the tickets for the two of us were $40.
Yeah. Yep.
Two popcorns, a bottle of water, and a bottle of lemonade, and there's another $30.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we go to the dollar store, and we go to the dollar store and get the candy, and just put it in my wife's purse and go in.
That's it. Just put it on your watch so she gets caught, she gets thrown out.
If they ever wanted to search her bag, I'd tell them to get fucked, and then we'd leave. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna fuck.
Oh shit!
Get me? You want to search my wife's purse? Oh, okay. Yeah, hang on. I don't know. That's not as bad as like loading everybody in your trunk in the drive-in. I got. I was a little kid, so I was the kid in the trunk all the time, going into the drive-in so we'd save some money.
We used to do that, and then they caught on, and every time they see young guys driving, they used to go to his puppy trunk. Before, can't open it, it's broken. And they caught on. Then they changed it. They used to make it $20 a carload. As many people as you want in the car, $20.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks for the compliment there, Payne. And we all have trolls now, so what's the difference?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yesterday, I made pizza and I grilled chicken wings on my grill. So I'm like heating the oven up, right? I'm heating the oven up, and I'm like, what the fuck's that smell? You know what I mean? And I'm like, what is that smell? And I open up the oven and I left the frying pan in there. You know what I mean? Because it was on the very top shelf. You know what I mean? So like when you open, yeah, the handle is right. So I grabbed the oven mitt real quick and snatched it out of there and ran outside with it. You know what I mean? It just stunk. It wasn't like on fire or anything. It was it was just stunk. And I felt like such a dumbass. And so we had to open the windows, and I got fans, and they were blowing out, but it didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, it didn't smell good at all. So
I'll tell you something about chicken wings. Friday night, my brother goes to me, "Do you want to go watch a game of the World Cup, Women's World Cup?" I'm there, all right. They had China against Hitati or whatever the frick. Finished work, got home, quickly got changed. I said, we'll grab something at the soccer. 4 chicken wings and chips, $25.
oh my God, 4? Well, how big are they? They can't be that big, right? Or
And then I looked further down, and I just said to my brother, "You fucking shitting me?" I said, "Eric, have a look what else they got there. 10 chicken wings and chips, $63.
yeah, forget about that. Nope.
That's what I looked at him. I said to him, "I'm starving."
So I made like 15 chicken wings last night. Okay, they cost me $5.75. And I put them on I grilled them from the get. I grilled them the whole thing. I grilled them. Normally I'll air fry them, but yesterday I grilled them. So they were super good.
The chicken wing. Well, put it this way: meat is expensive here. You probably be looking at least $15, $18 for a kilo of chicken wings, if that.
Really?
A kilo is about what? Half a pound. 1 pound is 2.2 kilos. Yeah, 1 pound is 2.2 kilos.
Okay.
So you're looking at half a pound for a kilo.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, during the pandemic, chicken wings went up to like $5 a pound or something like that. You know what I mean? So you get like 6 to 8 chicken wings per pound, depending on the size. And all the pizzeria prices went up. So there's no place right now you can go and get 10 chicken wings for under $15. You know what I mean?
Everything's gone through the roof.
Yeah. So I can't. Once in a while I'll pay for it because I don't feel like cooking, and just like I'm in the mood or something. But I just can't bring myself to pay that. I mean, I know I've talked about this a lot, but it's just I mean,
I'll put it this way: I go occasionally to my mate's pizzeria, and he does ribs, a rack of ribs. Okay.
wow.
And I said, "How many in a rack, Tony?" He goes, 12 ribs in a rack. Down there, and you want $28 for 12 ribs? He goes, "Don't worry, Tom. I'll look after you."
It doesn't seem that bad though.
Yeah, but you know what the ribs are like. I don't know what they're like in America, but the ribs here, they're really skinning. Yeah, the only meat you guys in between the bones, not on top or bottom.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. It does depend on who's serving them and what restaurant you're at. You're right. Man, there was I don't know if Stiggs is still listening, but there's a couple of real good Canadian franchises that are no longer in the US. And I don't know if they made it down to like Jersey, but like there was one called Montana's, and then the other one was Swiss Chalet. And both of them had like dynamite food. Like Montana's had great ribs. Oh my God. My roommate was a cook there, man, and he was such a good cook. And we used to party and hang out there all the time, man.
Morning, Bambi.
Hey, Bambi, how are you? One night, what's that?
Yeah, go on.
No, the one night I was hanging out at that Montana's, and if I didn't have nothing to do, I'd just go hang out at the bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was in the back cooking, but I don't know. I just knew everybody there or whatever, and so the one night I got another call to go somewhere else, and I pulled out of there and I'm going up this highway. I wish Theendu were here. He would know what I was talking about. So I'm driving up this highway, just doing the regular speed limit, 55 miles an hour. And I look in my rearview mirror and there's like 2 cars coming like flying in my rearview. Now it's like 9 o'clock at night, so it's dark. And I'm just watching and I'm like, I'm going to get creamed. Like they were racing, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And, sure enough, one car went by me like I was standing still. It was an older Ford Thunderbird. It was like a turbocharged, one of them older turbocharged Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
I think it was like an 80s model or whatever. I don't even remember, but it was, I don't know, it was an ugly ass car that was super fast. Let's put it that way. And another guy who was racing him was a souped up Dodge Neon, believe it or not. I don't know if you know what that is. It's real small. Yeah. Right?
Little neons, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it was a 4-door. And I knew the guy too, because when working at Circuit City, I knew all them guys. You know, they come in for their speakers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And well, the Neon hit the back of my truck, like grazed the back bumper of my truck, and I got all squirrely. I got all fishtailed, and I don't know, I got control of the truck or whatever. I had a pickup at that time, and he shot down the embankment, right, and just straight into the woods. All I seen his headlights, and then I didn't see him anymore. He shot in the woods, probably doing at least 60, 70 miles an hour. He was flying.
Wow.
They were flying, right?
Yeah.
I pulled my truck over, right? And I'm like, he's dead. Like, he literally was airborne when he went down off the road into the grass and he shot into the woods. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna walk down. I'm gonna see if he's okay, but he's dead. You know what I mean? Because he was flying. All of a sudden, I walk down there. I hear, "Don't call the cops, please! Don't call the cops!" He ran out of nowhere. It was pure adrenaline. His car was fucking total, right? I mean, total. I mean, so, what's it called? Oh, what's up, Damien? Not even
That's because, you know why? Because Damien Argenti was standing in the middle with his lollipop sign. You got scared of him. That's why.
But, so, this kid comes running out, and I knew him. His name was Dave. And I said, Dave, what the fuck? Are you all right? I mean, you know, he's like, I don't even care. He goes, because I don't even care about the car. He goes, I can't have another insurance claim. Please don't call the cops. Please don't. He goes, I'll pay for your truck to get fixed and this and that. And, you know, I had a nice little pickup truck. You know, I had my sound system. I had rims and stuff on it. It was lowered a little bit. Like, it was a nice looking truck. And so sure enough, the cops came, you know, and I happened to, you know, from delivering pizza in Orchard Park, my aunt owned a pizzeria there. And, you know, I knew a bunch of the cops. Yeah. So he comes up and he's like, Todd, what happened here? I said, yeah, he grazed my truck, getting out of the way. And I said, and, you know, his car's in the woods down there. He looks at the kid next to me and he's like, what are you doing? He goes, were you racing? He goes, no. He goes, I swerved out of the way for a deer. He goes, oh, a deer, huh? And he looked at me. He's like, are you good with this or what? And I said, it's all right, officer. You know what I mean? I knew who he was. I'm not going to say his name. But I said, no. I said, we're cool. You know what I mean? And the kid I got my truck fixed and he paid me cash. So, and that car was, yeah. I said, listen, man, I know you. You know, you bought speakers from me at Circuit City or whatever. I said, just please don't fuck me, all right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing you a giant favor. So, but yeah, I got my truck fixed. He paid me cash, and I don't know how he survived that. I'll never forget that. Like, he shot off the road like a missile.
Someone was looking after him.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I wonder whatever happened to him. You know, there's like so many people, you know, in your life that come and go. You're like, I wonder whatever happened to that person. I wonder what happened to her. I wonder what happened to him. I mean,
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, I remember going. I mean, my one car I had real dark tints on it, and I was going like slow down the street, like probably like 30, 35 miles an hour, and like I'm telling you, I had like 5% limo tint all the way around. Plus, half my windshield had like that sun visor. Like it was totally illegal. And all of a sudden, I'm driving down the road, and I was taking this girl home, and she's a friend, not a girlfriend, but um,
Oh yeah.
she fucking jumped, or a fucking deer jumped right over my hood. Never saw it coming at my peripherals, nothing. Just jumped right over my hood out of nowhere, 3 in the morning. I was like, okay.
You sure you weren't drinking at 3 o'clock in the morning to see a deer jump over?
No, man, I'm telling you, it was out of control. But that car, I had so much fun in that car, and the town, the city I lived in at the time, I'd have to drive through this little town, and these guys are assholes. And every single time I drove through, they'd pull me over and write me for a tint ticket, like every freaking time. And it was pointless for me to go around because it took me forever to go around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So finally, I remember I was late to pick up a date for a wedding. The guy fucking, as soon as my radar detector went off, that was it. I knew I was getting pulled over. I wasn't speeding, but I knew I was getting pulled over. Sure enough, the guy goes, "Didn't I write you a ticket before?" I said, "Yeah, man." He's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm on my way to," I was all dressed up. I'm like, "I'm on my way to a wedding." I'm like, "Dude, just let me," I said, "Don't write me a ticket. I'll tear it off when I'm hungover tomorrow. Just please let me just go. I'm late." He goes, "I'm telling you what, man." He goes, I'm going to write you up twice if I pull you over again." So sure enough, I was all hungover and I ripped the tin off of that car.
Hey, Bambi, did your husband get you a new vehicle after you wrote yours off?
Oh, the neon was I guess it was a neon was a safe car, I guess then, huh? Little car. Um, my roommate's girlfriend had a neon, and I'll never forget it. It was blue, but the freaking paint kept chipping off of it, so it was like metal by the time she got rid of it. The fucking paint was chipping off left and right. Oh my! I'll never forget that. It was weird.
Andrea, how are you?
Andrea, what's going on?
Well,
So
at least you got an upgrade, Bambi. You went from a little big to a big bong.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Like in the wintertime, I would spend no more than $200 on a car because I had my nice car and I put it in my garage and cover it and it would go away for 5 months. But then I would buy the most piece of shit car just to get me through the winter months and just smash snowbanks with it and just beat it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I remember. I think the one car I had, a friend of mine gave it to me. He was an older guy. It was a Chevy Citation. Do you guys remember what a Chevy Citation was? Does that ring a bell, Don?
Never heard of a citation, to
Well,
be honest.
a Chevy Citation had to be one of the most ugliest cars that was ever put out by Chevy. It was, I mean, just ugly, like just terribly ugly, and it was old. And all I had to do was I put a battery in, and the thing started right up. So I remember me and my buddy were driving it, and we were going over these railroad tracks, and it was like a set of 4 railroad tracks.
Yeah.
And so I floored it, right, and we go over these railroad tracks, and the freaking rust started flying in our hair from the roof. Oh, it was so disgusting. Oh, this car was a disaster. And so the first snowfall, right? I go to back out of my driveway. All the fucking snow in my driveway went right through the floor onto my shoes.
A Flintstone mobile.
The floor blew right out. Oh, I was like, all right, I'm driving. No, listen, here's what I did. I got it. I drove it to the junkyard. I took the brand new battery out of it, You know what I mean? I got rid of, I sold the battery, but I got it. I got it. I had someone follow me at the junkyard. I put it in the junkyard. I put the fucking brand new battery out. Gone. Man, what a piece of shit that was. Oh my god, that was funny. Oh my god.
Unreal. We used to buy them. We used to call them bush bash cars, and go bush bashing with them. When they used to just break down, just turn them off, pull the plates off, pull the ID plates off, and just walk back home.
Oh really? Yeah. You could probably get away with that back then. Now you can't do that kind of things. I mean,
Nah,
there's
can't do it now. The VIN
eight,
numbers
yeah,
extend.
8 trillion ways to identify your car now. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, look,
What?
we used to get away with murder back in the early days. Finish your car off. Oh, we didn't make it in time to get it registered. Oh, that's right. We'll take the plates and register stamp off of this car, put it on that car, put that one on this one. Go drag racing on the streets. Cops pull you over and go, what the fuck is going on here? This is supposed to be a four-door green car, but this is a two-door yellow. and you're explaining and this and that. The coppers would just say back in those days, I don't want to know. Just take them home.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Yeah. You can't even. Yeah. I don't know. There's a Dunkin' Donuts near me, not far. And when I was out, I had to take my kids over to my parents last night before work, and there's that Dunkin' Donuts, and there was a car show there, man. And we were sitting at the red light. There was probably already about like 15 cars there, and all of a sudden you could hear them, but like a whole bunch of Dodges came, like Challengers, like the Hellcats, and the four-door. Was that the Challenger?
Yeah,
But they all came rolling up, like they all must have been buddies or in like their own little club or something. It was actually pretty cool. Like you don't see that stuff around here very often anymore.
the two-doors, the Challengers and the Hellcats are all two-doors. Actually, I'm pretty sure they got four. I'm pretty sure they got four-doors too.
Do they? Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. I miss doing that stuff. You know what I mean? It's been a while.
We got just down here where I am. Every Sunday morning, there's at least 12 car meets. Saturday nights, there's at least 2 or 3 car meets.
Yeah. You know what? I don't even look for them anymore. Like, I don't know. Maybe they still do it, but yeah, that's actually a good question, Payne. Yeah, Don, how are things going over there? You said you had a relative or somebody in the hospital?
Father-in-law.
Is he still there, or?
I don't know, to be honest, Todd Father, what's going on. We can't get a straight answer. But it doesn't look too good. I know they're releasing him, bringing him back home.
Oh, yeah?
I think, to be honest, his days might be over,
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Payne asked that question. I forgot all about it until he reminded me there. So yeah, sorry, man.
Todd Father, I'm the type of person where when I see someone, doesn't matter who it is, relative or non-relative, whatever the case is, or someone talks about someone, I just honestly wish that they'd move on rather than stick around and be in pain.
Right.
I can't handle it. I've been through with my father 25 years ago. I watched my father turn from a walking person to a bedridden, didn't know me 6 months before he died. I basically kissed my father goodbye 6 months before he passed away. While he's still living, and I watched him just deteriorate, turn to a vegetable.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. So I always say, people say you're cruel. I'm not cruel, man. I've been there, I've seen it. I don't like seeing people suffer. I'd rather they just pack their bags and move on.
Yeah. Yep. No doubt.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. I just told my kids, I just don't ever stick me in a fucking a home. I just don't. I'll just, like I don't want to You know what I mean? Just leave me at my house or get me, somebody. But I don't want to be stuck in one of them. You know,
Nursing homes,
yeah. Thank you.
aged care homes, or whatever. Yeah, that's for people who family don't really care about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. I just, I used to do a lot of business with the nursing homes and, events and stuff. I've done events there with my photo booths and whatever, and it's just so depressing in there. It
Mm.
really is, and I don't ever want to end up there. I mean, if I do, I do, but it just, depressing.
No, I appreciate the pain, Andrea, everyone,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. One thing I couldn't handle is probably shouldn't be probably talking about this or whatever, but I remember lots of friends going to me when my dad passed away. None of their parents. My dad was the first one on our side of the family to pass away 25 years ago, and all my cousins, everyone is going to me. I know what you're going through, and I just was arguing with everyone, just telling them, how the fuck can you know what I'm going through if you haven't experienced it yourself?
Yeah. It's
So
funny. So I'm sitting in my driveway right now, right?
yeah,
And you're talking, Don, and not that like I'm blasting anything out here, but
yeah.
there's a guy walking by with his fucking dog, and he's like looking all over the place, like where the fuck is that voice coming from?
Don't worry, it happens to me too. At the lights or whatever, or in the driveway. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, because I got my seat back, so he couldn't see me. And he's looking all over. He's like looking, like peeking all over the place. Like, where the fuck is this coming from?
You should turn
Uh,
up. You should turn up. Your stereo full blast. And I'll just start barking.
yeah, right. Uh, my brother, if I ever got sick of that. No, I hear you, Damien. I'm just, I wouldn't, I don't know, man. It's
Damien, I come from you guys are probably the same, okay? And if you want me to stop talking about it, just say so. But I come from Italian background, and the ethnics are the fucking worst when it comes to weddings, funerals. They all whinge and complain about everything.
yeah, yeah.
Like you
Oh,
said, like Damien said, sweep me in the sewer. And then everyone will whinge and complain. You never sent your brother off. You never buried him. You never did this. You never did that. Anyway, don't worry about it. Let's move on.
yeah. You all right?
Yeah, look, I'm fine. Toddfather, it takes a lot to get me down. And I'm the way I am because I'll think of something else. I'll try and keep occupied, you know what I mean? I don't want to let it get me down or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. When I lost my cousin, he had a drug overdose, and we grew up together, and I just immersed myself in work. When everybody went to the after the funeral and everything, and they went to the luncheon or whatever afterwards, I just went to work. I
Uh,
just kept just straight line. You're right. No, I get it.
Everyone grieves on whatever the case is. I put it this way: I didn't grieve when my dad passed away because I lost him. I said my goodbyes 6 months before, and I had to
Yeah,
be strong and for my mother, my brother, my sister, and let them grieve. Basically, I've never really grieved in that sense.
yeah, yeah. And it's crazy because like I had my pizza place at the time, and
That's
it
even worse
it
because you can't really take time off.
right, exactly. But you know what though? It kept me busy and it kept my mind off things more or less. I mean, the first few days, man, I was like a fucking zombie. Like I couldn't like deal, but I just kept going. You know what I mean? And then um oh man, where was I going with this? Oh my god, I totally just went blank. Oh my god. But
Look, everyone deals with death differently. Some deal with it good, some deal with it bad. whatever the case may be. You know, later my father rushed off into the hospital, and on Friday morning, my mother-in-law had to go in for surgery. It's like, what the fuck else could happen?
Yeah. 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 I just Oh, okay. I know what I was gonna say, but yeah. So I had, yeah. Wow. So I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Anyway, so I had my pizzeria at the time, and it was like the central meeting place. Like people were coming from all over to like be with each other. You know what I mean? It was crazy. So here I'm trying to conduct business, and it was a Saturday, and it's my pretty much my busiest night of the week, and I had all my family from all over, people I didn't see in years and years, come in because they knew my dad was going to be there with me. You know what I mean? And they knew everybody was going to be there. It was just weird, man. Really weird.
Yeah, and there's people that come out and take advantage of that too.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, I just it was like, Jesus Christ, it takes all you people to come here now. You know what I mean? Like, something like this has to happen for you guys to come and see me, or check this place out, or get together, or it just that's the thing.
I'll tell you a story time, Father. I used to work with a guy, Joe. His name is Joe. I won't mention any other than that. And we were close when we worked together. But as I went my separate way and opened up my own practice, he went his own separate way, opened up his own practice. We never really had time for each other, okay? So we sort of distanced. But when we saw each other here and there every now and then, it's just, how you going, how are you? And that was it, because you tend to go apart. He died in a car accident. He actually was a bit of a show off, and whatever the case is. He was racing in a Ferrari, lost control, and he decapitated himself.
Oh my Lord.
My ex-boss had the balls to turn around and say to me, "Why the fuck didn't you go to his funeral?" And my response to that was, if I didn't respect him and meet him and talk to him in life, why should I go respect him in death?
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, go on.
No, I mean, I could see it both ways. You know what I mean? I see your point and I see his. You know what I mean? Just because you did have a past with him and whatnot, you know what I mean? But I see it with you that, you guys didn't talk in forever and ever. So.
Exactly. It's like you tend to grow apart from each other, or whatever the case is. Sometimes you couldn't even say hello to each other if you saw each other. And my situation is, if I don't come and see you and say, how you going, how are you, while you're alive, why is it that I've got to come and say, hello, how are you, when you're dead?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you knew his parents or something, that's one thing. You go pay your respects. But I mean, if it was just him, I mean, I guess I see your point. Yeah.
I don't know. Have I got a bad way of thinking, or is it just, I don't know. That's just the way I am. My father was exactly the same.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I see it both ways. You know what I mean? So it's if that's your choice, then that's your choice. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That guy should just mind his fucking business. That guy should have just minded his own fucking business. That's all. So
am I supposed to go to my ex-boss's funeral? Well, I haven't seen for the past 24 years or whatever.
That's your call. And, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying to you? And he doesn't even talk to me.
I mean, like I said, I think that's your call. If you feel like it's the right thing to do, then go for it. If it's not, like, you guys didn't go out of your way to see each other. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's just weird. You know what I mean? Like
look, I deal with a lot of shit, and I put up with a lot of shit from the Italian community here and all that, and I hear so much. You know what? I couldn't care less. Like I said to my wife, as far as I'm concerned, all I care about is my wife and my son.
Yeah. No, I get it. Everyone's got their own circumstances and their own reasons. So, I'm not gonna judge, or I'm not gonna, you know.
I don't look, Godfather. I don't care if people judge. To be honest,
No, I know.
I'm the type of person I don't really care. I tell the straight to the face. What you see is what you get. There's no sugaring. There's no buttering. There's no cream on top. No honey. No nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll worry about it. Let's talk about something else. I can hear it's. I can hear it's. I can hear it's depressing you.
No, I'm okay. I just, you know what I mean. It's just, I'm just, my head's going all over the place right now because there's so much more I could talk about it, but it'll just be me. It'll just be me and you at the end of the fucking. No.
Who cares? Who gives a shit? If you need to take it off your shoulders, take it off your shoulders. I'm here to listen and all that.
I'm, I've been a little down about my buddy.
Yeah.
He's I actually had, I'm not going to say that, never mind. But we've been friends forever since we were kids, like young kids, like probably before 10 years old. And he's a very, very hard worker. He's got 3 boys. And all of a sudden his wife just was like, I want to have fun with my life, and just started seeing somebody else. And just now he's got a beautiful home, just put an in-ground pool in like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, works his ass off. And, so she got everything, and he still has to pay like 50% child support. And he's like, he goes, I can't believe I'm fucking broke. And I mean, he makes probably over $100,000 a year at his job. I mean, he's been there for a long time, and he just, I'm trying to talk to him and console him, and, whatever, but I just feel bad that he's so down. He goes, dude, New York State, you don't got a fucking prayer if you're a guy. Not a prayer. Yeah. So,
what can you do? What can you say, Todd Father? You know what I mean? Doesn't matter really what you say. At the end of the day, all I can say to you, that in that being the case, just be tough, be there for your kids. Don't talk bad about your ex regardless, because you'll be doing a good job talking bad about you to the kids, and the kids will learn and understand.
It's fun. It's crazy you say that, 'cause that's basically what I said. I said, no matter what kind of personal feelings and crazy, thoughts you have toward her, just, that's your kid's mother. You can't,
Exactly.
You can't.
Because in the day, they did their own grave.
Yourself, or I said, call me and vent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't do it in front of them, because they're like, one's like 16, one's like 12, and the other one's young. The other one's like 8 or something like that. So he's got to.
Hey, my best mate, we've known each other since primary school, and I'm talking here. We started primary school at the age of 6. I'm 54, so you work out the maths. We've known each other from that time. We still talk to each other, even though he's overseas. And he had his first ever girlfriend, and them being Muslims and whatever, it's like arranged marriages. So he ended up marrying this bird. She was nothing but a fucking thorn in his side. And I kept saying to him, listen, be careful, watch what you're doing, be careful. And he just wouldn't listen to me. He was in love, his first love ever. She wiped him, cleaned him, he took her back. He finally made her leave, and he kept talking about it. 12 months later, I'm there, are you going to get on with your life? You're going to move on? Have you signed the divorce papers? He goes, no. I said, why? He goes, oh, she might come back. I said, where's your divorce papers? He goes, in the bedroom. So I walked in, because his mum was my second mother. And I used to call her mum. I said, Mum, where's his divorce papers? She goes, please have a talk to him. I grabbed him. I went back out in the garage, because we used to hang in the garage working on cars. And I said to him, if you don't fucking sign these divorce papers right now, our relationship ends right here, right now. and I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. Your mum, your brothers, anyone. Don't ever come and talk to me ever again.
Wow.
He signed and he goes, I think I needed that kick up the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. You know, and that's and his mother-in-law feels so bad. She goes, "You can come and live with me." You know what I mean? Like she feels horrible. She loves him. They were married 20 years.
Because his
You know?
mother-in-law probably knows that his daughter's at fault.
Right. Yeah. What's up, Coltrane? How are you?
That shits me off when that happens, you know what I mean? And so forth. And it can happen either way, male or female, no matter what. But that's I don't know. I look at it this way: if that's the situation, why'd you get friggin' married in the first place?
I just don't understand how you can. I mean, I get it. I mean, shit happens, but like, I don't know. I mean, like his point, the thing he was mad about the most was he's like, you know what? He goes, whatever. He goes, maybe this was meant to happen, this and that. But if things were getting bad, because he's out of town a few nights a week with his job. I don't want to say what he does, but he has to travel and stay in hotels, during the week or whatever. And
And what makes you think that she probably wasn't going around when he was around?
well, I don't know. You know what I mean? That could be, I mean, obviously that's what happened. But he just said he's just more pissed that if things were starting to go bad, that she didn't even try to, she just made her mind up fast and just gave up, and it was it. So
Yeah, she got what she
so
got, what she wanted, basically.
oh yeah, yep. And that's the thing is like I mean I just feel bad because he's such a good dude. Like I mean I wouldn't even be talking about it if he didn't if he might have somewhat deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wouldn't.
Mm.
But he just I just I talked to him for about an hour yesterday, and I just man I just felt so horrible.
Look, I've had clients. I had a beauty going back about 20 plus years ago. You know, these two clients, they were living together for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And just out of the blue, they decided to get married. They come in, they do their tax return. Oh, we just got married a week ago. Oh, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. Back in those days, your refund will take 4 weeks to come back. So these things send them back to us as checks. So we bring them up, come and pick up your check and pay our bill. Oh, so yours and so and so's. Oh, I don't fucking want his anymore. We're separated. We're divorced. You know, I'm thinking you just got fucking married.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, why did you get married if you were happy living together all those years?
Yeah.
Stay the way you were.
Yeah.
You
It's
know, a marriage certificate scares a lot of people.
Yeah, man, and I make my second income off of like providing entertainment for weddings,
Yeah.
and not that it happens often, but once in a while, I see couples that I did their whole planning and their whole wedding for them, and they're done. Like
Yep.
they get there, or they book me, and then all of a sudden I get the phone call, hey, wedding's off, sorry, like. So it's a tough subject,
Oh,
man.
we used to get a lot of those when I was at the band, and we used to say we want half up front as a deposit and the balance on the night before we start playing, just
Yeah,
in case.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I don't know.
You know what it is, Godfather? Everything is so easy to get nowadays. Divorces and everything are just so quick and easy to get and be
Six
dealt
weeks it
with and moved on.
took him 6 weeks, all done and finalized, done.
Yep.
I just feel bad, man, because he doesn't have his house, and it's just such a beautiful house that he made. it was like a fixer upper, and they just put so much work. And I mean, it just
Listen to this.
Makes me want to fucking throw up.
Listen to this. A client, he's got everything in the world. His wife's got everything in the world that he gives her. Okay, she doesn't miss a beat. Money, cars, holidays, you name it. He's got houses, rental properties, a massive business between him and his brother. They're really making the money. She decides to divorce him. 2 young kids. He was devastated. So he did everything to make her happy. He gave her $2.1 million worth of assets.
Wow.
Okay. Even the family house, he goes, grow them up in the family house, I'll move out. She's not happy. She wants more.
That's insane.
So he turned around and goes, well, if you want more, take me to court. The judge ruled against her, and he pulled everything off the table. And he said to the judge, I want you to work it out now.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. You too. Be good. Yeah. You?
I'm actually going to the stadium today.
Oh, all right. I was out there for a sec.
How was it?
Good.
Okay.
Just watch everything.
I'm sorry.
Be careful.
What up?
Hey, I'm
Theendu.
sorry.
What's going down?
Nothing. I just seen somebody and great story, great show, great show.
Yeah, I mean, we're just.
I'm just
being a little
waking up.
serious.
I'm sorry.
Just being a little serious today for once, you know. That's all right.
Great topic.
Smart.
Great topic.
Yeah, I mean, we're not burning down the barn or nothing, but it's been a nice chat for sure.
Yes, please. Thank you. What was it? I joined a little late. What was it going about paying respects to people when they pass
That
away?
was part. Yeah, that was. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit ago. Yep.
Yeah. And you know what? I just want to hit on that a second.
Sure.
Great. That is one of the hurdles in Theendu. I really don't have the balls to bring it up on my show, on my platform. And he's absolutely right. Why? Thank you. Why, in God's name, should you have to pay respect to people that just forgot about you, that think you're your friend because you should understand something that happened, or I guess it's called forgetting where you come from. When you forget where you come from with people, you should deserve special watering on your flowers at the end.
Theendu,
Yes.
if you don't respect someone in life, why should you respect them in death?
Exactly.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That's why I hopped on, because I was going to ask you fellas, because some of you, are a little bit more educated than I am. I was going to ask, why do we feel the need to respect dead people when we don't respect them when they're alive?
Exactly.
Everybody's the greatest person after they're dead, but it's like, what about the things they did while they were alive? And I always thought that was funny. Whenever someone dies, they're like, oh, he was a saint. He was the greatest person. He may have killed 20 people, but he was the greatest person ever. I don't understand that.
Right. Okay.
I don't know.
That's the way people are.
For example, I got a best friend who I love with all my heart. Hang on a second, guys. I got to talk to somebody. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead. But for example, there was, I worked at Circuit City 20 years ago, and we were a tight crew. You know what I mean? We don't talk all the time anymore. Once in a while on Facebook, but if someone were to happen to pass away, I would go to their funeral or their wake. You know what I mean? I would. You know what I mean? And even though we haven't talked in like 20 years or whatever, not or just hung out or been in person, I would still go. I don't know. I guess I'm mixed when it comes to that.
Well, it's a
Because
respect thing. I get that.
Godfather, I'm the type of person when it's not a matter of being disrespectful, but if I could never see you in life, never talk to you in life because we grew apart or whatever the case is and we sort of distanced and forgot about each other, am I supposed to come to the funeral and say what I got to say?
I don't know. For me, I think it depends on the person. Like, I went to a funeral of a guy that I hadn't seen in 10 years, but I grew up with him from kindergarten until we graduated high school together. So, I went to his funeral because that was a big portion of my life that I spent with this fella. So, I mean, I think it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. No, you're right. And yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess like you said, earlier, everybody grieves in their own ways. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of, and like I always say, like if I do favors for people, hey, I wouldn't be doing this for you if I didn't think you would do it for me. You know what I mean? So I guess why would I go to your wake or funeral if I don't think you go to mine? You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, I know exactly what you're saying. It's like, I'll do for you because I think you'll do for me, but that's not always the case. So I totally feel that.
Bambi, I'll tell you this. My father passed away with a lot of friends I used to hang around with, and all of my mates used to hang around. Dom, you got $20. Dom, you got $100. Dom, can you help me out? I used to always give it to them no matter what. Okay, if I had to collect, I reckon I'd be collecting a fair, massive chunk. My dad passed away. No one of these motherfuckers came to the funeral.
Is he trying to get into 41?
Yeah, that ain't right.
When their father passed, some of their fathers passed away, they had the balls to turn around and say to me, "Well, why didn't you show your respect?"
Oh,
really?
Don, I know exactly what you mean. I found out exactly who my friends and family were when my husband died. I found out exactly who I had in my corner and who my kids had. And you know what? I had zero. My parents, my brother, his wife, a few other people, that was it. His own family didn't show up to his funeral. I mean, man, I cut so many people out of my life, like 3 years ago today, actually. I cut so many people out. You really see people's true colors when you're at your lowest and you need people. You really see people, like you really find out who people really are.
Yep.
You're right there. You are right.
My dad passed away. His sister was a real bitch. My auntie, we never really got on, or there was no real auntie relationship and uncle relationship or whatever, okay? Dad passed away, all of a sudden she's hanging around. I clicked on straight away. I told her straight to her face, "Why are you here? You expecting something from my father, are you?"
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
She actually wanted my dad's assets.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy how people act. My mother-in-law.
Those are bloodsuckers.
My mother-in-law, my kids' grandmother sued my kids for the house we live in, everything like my husband owned. She sued my kids and me for. It's not, and the lawsuit still hasn't been settled. I mean, she's not going to get nothing, but it's like, are you out of your sue their own grandkids for their father's things? That's insane. Well, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't have no respect for people like that, and I'll tell them straight to their face. I even said it to my auntie. As far as I'm concerned, you're dead to me.
Well, yeah, I told her, I said, there's a special place in hell for people like you. And she's already living in hell because she's got no husband. Her husband died. Her only son died. She's going to die alone.
Exactly.
She's getting exactly what she gave in life. So,
Ooh. Amen to that.
Crazy.
Like you said, just couple of graves that you could piss on. I tell you what, we could hold hands and I would join you.
Right?
I know. I just,
You know, I think. Go ahead.
Well, the point I was getting at before I left, it's the trust.
The trust.
It's not so much your fault. It's what other person doing, thinking. 14, 15 years.
You're cutting out, Theendu.
My group.
Tommy, I understand what
We
you're
went to
saying.
the top. Sorry. We went to the top. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
How's it now?
you're good.
Perfect.
Okay, because I don't know, it might be the message not to be talking. Okay, about 15 years ago, we did something. We did the unheard of. And it was one of the best things that ever could have happened to anybody. And as it proceeded, two of the people that made it to the 1 and 2 spots in life and made it big totally forgot about Theendu. They lived in my house. From diapers, we came out of the crib together. They used to finish my sentences while I finished their sentences. There wasn't a time we didn't miss a day together. You might think I'm nuts, but we didn't. And when the time come and they made it, I haven't talked to them in 15 years. They haven't been to my house in 15 years. One of them's the godchild of my kid. Not a phone call. Hey, Theendu, are you all right? They only call me when they need me. And you ask me, well, what do you answer the phone for, Theendu? It's because I need to answer the phone to live.
I only call when they want something for themselves.
And I see Stiggs' point there. I put the comment up there.
Exactly.
I get it. People feel warm when they see you show up. I get it. You know what I mean?
I would rather be alone like I am now than to be around a bunch of fake people who only want me when they need me. Fair weather friends. I seriously, I got rid of everybody because they're all fair weather friends. And in the end, those kind of people bring you down. They don't bring you up. They bring you down because you think, oh, you're only calling me when you need something. Well, that doesn't make you feel very good. That's not what friends do. And Theendu, I promise, if I become internet famous, I'm taking you with me, pal. I won't forget about Theendu.
Bambi, please, Bambi. That's why Theendu's all alone. Theendu's all alone for a reason on top of the hill. Believe me.
No, me too, sir.
No, I love you. Thank you.
No, I love you too.
But anyways,
you guys are my new family. You guys have replaced what I lost. You're my new family. You gave me something that I've been trying to get for a while. My life back.
That's a sick way. You know what, Bambi? I gotta hand it to you. I thought I was the only one whacked out nuts over here thinking that way. I thought I was the only one thinking that way. Going through life here. Some people say, well, if you don't have friends in reality, some people say if you don't have friends, you don't talk to your friends in reality, then be careful of that person. That person might be a snake. That person might be no good. But you know what? Sometimes in reality, that person's staying away from everything that person just said. Okay? Maybe I'm on top of the hill. Maybe I'm on top of the hill all alone, wanting to be all alone away from them people. And I want to meet new people. See, there's things people don't get. Okay?
Well, I'll give you an example. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'll give you an example. And this isn't talking about like funerals or this or that, right? So when I opened my restaurant, okay, I took out over $100,000 worth of loans, okay, and got the place open within 4 months with the help of my father. And I would never, ever have been able to do that without his help.
Right.
Okay. So once I was up and running, and I had probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6 people that really were in there gutting it out with me and laying down floors and putting up fireproof tile and just getting it to where I can just, speed up the process. Do you know how many fucking people came out of the woodwork, wanting discounts on their food, and you know, and they didn't, and you know what? And they didn't put a screw in the wall or a napkin down for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And oh yeah, we go way back. Yeah. Oh hey, cuz, how are you? What's going on? You know, and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The price is the fucking price. All right, pay up. All right. Where were you when I fucking called and said I needed your help? Hey, they can give me a couple hand lifting this or that, or going to pick up this piece of equipment, and all of a sudden you want to come and have fucking a discount? Fuck you.
This is where, dude. This is where they were at. They were like, Toddfather, who? Toddfather? Who are you talking about? Who needs help? Who? That's what was going on. So,
yeah, and I never forgot that shit ever. You know what I mean?
ALV, what's up, ALV? I just made a video about you, by the way.
I'm talking about emotionally, in reality, in monetary value, in whatever. Okay, and I've just copped it in the ass in return.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing.
All I was going to say about the internet thing is I may not see you guys physically every day, but I talk to you guys every day. You get what I'm saying? Like every day you're a part of my life. Yep. So just because you're on the internet doesn't mean you're not part of my life, because you are. I talk to you more than people in my real world. You get what I'm saying? So you guys are my family. You've got me through a fucking disaster this past year.
That's the whole thing, Bambi. Bambi, that's the whole thing. I would reach out to every fucking one of yous. I'd touch every one of yous. I'd come right to your house if I could. I'd go a step further with this. I don't care.
Bambi, we're all strangers here, and we're all helping and supporting each other out. But do you see any family doing that?
No.
What does that say? What does that say?
Tells you how screwed up people are and how screwed up people around us are, but we turned out to be the decent ones. At least we turned out to be decent. You know what I'm saying? At least I can say I'm pretty sure the four of us, at least I know where we're going when we die. You know? At least I can say that.
I've got big shoulders. I've got so much on me of people that come and talk to me and spill their stuff to me. I can't say a word to anyone about anything. I can never repeat what I've been told and listened and heard. Okay? So, and you want to treat me with disrespect and so forth? Come on.
Well, that's the whole thing. You just said it. After 40 years, I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, is that the way they really thought about me? Do you know what that does to a man? Do you know what that does to a fucking man?
It shatters you.
Thinking these people loved you, that these people had your back, that these people, and you adored these people. You thought that you thought they were family. And then when the time comes, they throw you out like a fucking piece of shit. And you're sitting there wondering, what did I do wrong? What did I do? What did I do?
That's why I always say the only persons that I look after in life is me, my wife, and my son.
That's it, Don. When you said that, Don, when you said that, you couldn't put the cherry on top of the sundae any better. There's only 2, 3. You could count them on your hands and fingers, folks.
I'm telling you, it's society. It's society. Something's going on with society, because 20 years ago in the 90s, at least from what I remember, the 90s, everybody helped everybody. Today, you can't even get a smile. And I live in Iowa where everybody's nice. You can't even get a smile. Nobody can be bothered. Everybody's too busy. Can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. I'm not too busy.
Last week in the middle of my floor, I'm at the hospital taking care of my mother. I'm doing my floor. I got this going on. And all of a sudden, I get a phone call for a sit down. Okay. And you just don't know what that means. Okay. Anyways, I had to go take care of a problem. Okay.
Yep. Hope you got it sorted.
Yeah, it's solved. Okay. But I had to go. out of my way. Did I have to do it? No. But I had to do it. But anyways, talk about doing the right thing. Sometimes in your heart, you still have to do the right thing.
That's all that matters. I mean, in the end.
When you need something, or whatever, do you see anyone running to you?
I didn't hear you, Don. I'm sorry.
When you need something or you need some help or whatever, do you see anyone running to assist you or to help you or whatever?
Don, I'd be starved to death.
Fucking nice.
A wrinkled prune. I'd be a wrinkled prune here, Don. Okay?
Yeah.
If Theendu ever asked for help.
People run away from me when I need help. They run like opposite. They run away.
Yeah, see, that's another thing, guys. Listen, when you're all alone and you're comfortable with that in life and you're all alone, people really don't want to come near you anymore. So get that in your head. No, they really don't want to come near you. You're the different specimen. You're a different specimen.
I was always told, you're too nice. You're too nice. You're too nice. Until I realized it, and then now it's like, holy shit! It took me to fucking almost 30 years old to grow a fucking backbone. I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone fucked with me, I'd defend myself. But now it's like I don't put up with none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what that's called? You know what that's called, Todd Father. The same thing happened to me. It's called you matured. That's what happened.
Yeah, that right around the time where my son was born, I think. That's about what time I matured.
You grow up and you get to a point in your life where you grow up and you realize I'm not the baddest that I thought I was. I'm not the coolest that I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? It's like reality slaps you in the face when you get to be our age. You know, it's like bam.
But I will say this: I always kept a small circle. You know what I mean? I always kept a real small circle. I didn't, I didn't. Nobody really knew everything. You know what I'm saying? Only a select few people.
Yes.
So
I guess everyone here can count their best, and I mean their best friends all on one hand, and it probably wouldn't even be more than 3.
Yeah.
Well, my fatal error with the whole alone thing was I made my husband like my whole life for 20 years. That's where I screwed up. So I didn't really care if my friends hung around. I didn't really need them, because like I was married, I had husband, my kids. I mean, that was my whole life. So
Bambi, that's what we're set out to do. That's what we're set out to do, honey. That's what you do when you get married. You get rid of everything. It's just like when you quit. Okay, when Theendu quit drinking 17 years ago, I ripped up everybody in my wallet. I didn't want to talk to them ever again. I didn't want to see them ever again. That is the first steps to recovery.
When
you face the fact that you are who you are and you got to get away from people, that's helping yourself.
Dude,
so
that makes me feel so good to hear you say that, like, you quit drinking 17 years ago. You just have no idea how good that makes me feel to hear that you survived. That's amazing.
Thank you. I survived everything of it. I survived everything of it, and I'm so proud of it. And like I said, if I had to lose people, if I never had to see them again, that's fine. But that's
amazing.
Right, that's a process of that person getting better, not leaving their friends, not ignoring them. It's the friends who come back and say, "Come on, let's go for a drink. Come on, you haven't drank." Those are the devils that are around you. The people that can't accept no for an answer, that don't want to see you get better.
Always want to see you in misery because they're in misery.
Well, not so much that they just want to get you to drink because they know that they're at fault. They're trying to hide their own faults. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or they want to drink too.
Bring you along with them. I worded that wrong. But.
I had a friend. As long as we were drinking, he was the biggest loser in the world. But as long as he was with Theendu, it was all right. Theendu made life okay, especially when we were drinking, because I would act a fool like him. And they say, misery loves company. Acting a fool loves company too.
Exactly.
You know, everything he did, I adored. I loved the kid. So everything he did wasn't goofy, wasn't stupid, wasn't nothing. So when we did it together, it made it look all right. Normal. So just be careful, everybody. Just be careful. I'm going to shut up now because I could go on and on and on.
No, CJ, no.
This was a great show, Todd Father. Great show today.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
I wish I was here when you started.
I think I'm gonna resume building my barrel to go over the Niagara Falls.
Nice. Good luck with that.
You're an asshole.
You know, I think I'm gonna.
After this, I'm going to buy a bottle of Jack Daniels today. After what I just said today.
Hey, Godfather, I'll start taking up a collection for your bail. I'll start taking up a collection for your bail.
At 2:30 today, I'm going to come out drunk as a skunk. Okay? No.
I'm going to go get my daughter's violin and go play it in the neighborhood, and I don't know how to play it.
You know what? Stick this show right up your ass today, okay? Now, you want to get me going this early? Oh,
I'd love to see that.
That's what we do, though. That's what we do. We talk deep, and then we have fun after. That's all.
That's exactly.
Oh, this was good. This is different. You know what I mean? This is.
I could imagine what people are going to think of me after this show. Maud on, he pisses on graves and everything.
Yeah,
okay.
They're going to laugh. They're going to laugh and think you're a great guy. That's what they're going to do.
Like I say, I don't care what people think of me. You take me as I am. This is me, and I don't put no sugar on top of anything.
Thank you, Edwin, my personal assistant. I appreciate the reminder. Thank you, sir.
Edwin, I love you, Edwin.
Morning, Edwin.
I love Edwin.
Mr. Edwin is the man. That's for sure.
Why did I have to wake up?
I'm taking Edwin with me too. When I become famous, like internet famous, Theendu, Edwin, y'all are coming with me. So just getting that out there.
At least you'll have the family that was put together here. You'll be all right.
The Brady Bunch.
Family I chose.
More like the Munsters.
We're not the Brady Bunch. We're the crazy bunch.
I prefer the Theendu Adventures over my real family any day.
Thank you, Bambi. Thank you, Dolly.
No,
at least we tried.
Well, guys, I think Stiggs is about to start, so we should probably end it.
We'll finish it at 2. We'll finish this today at 2 o'clock on Theendu's. How's that?
Sounds like a plan.
I'll try to be awake for it, but
you keep going half an hour back.
Yeah, this was actually really good, guys. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Good show.
I mean, every day we can't be
put anyone in doldrums. Yeah, hopefully no one gets annoyed, upset over what we just discussed or whatever. But guys, it is what it is. This is reality. This is
Yeah, it is.
This is not drama.
Yeah, it is, buddy.
We covered a lot of ground. It was good. It was
real life drama.
Yeah, it was
real life drama.
It was actually refreshing that people can actually have civil conversations on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Hey, Bella, how are you?
And you know the best part?
Nick.
It ain't stuff we make up either. Okay? So pay attention. You might run into these problems in life. So be careful.
It's real life stuff, man. It's all good.
And you know how to approach them, or you know how to deal with them, or you know how to, I don't know, take the bull by the horn, basically.
Oh, I can't wait to get the phone call after the show. You cocksuckers, this how you really think about us? Oh, there'll be World War III over here today. You bastards, go fuck yourself today. Oh. Could you imagine that one? Todd Father knows what I'm talking about. Could you imagine that one?
Anybody calls you, forward the call to me. All right, I'll handle it.
Oh. Why, you cocksucker Theendu, you feel that way, you bastard? Oh, this ought to be great today. There'll be World War III in Buffalo.
I bet I know who it is.
Forward, you know what? Forward my father the phone call, please. And,
no, please.
You'll be fine. So.
I think I'm gonna go get a bottle of Jack right now. Okay, I'll see you guys at 2:00.
Oh, go get a joint. All right.
Go to the dispensary. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go to the
Stay
dispensary.
away from the fucking liquid. All right.
Yeah, I'll be in Attica. I'll be in Attica, New York, with liquid. You're right.
I had to fix my. Listen, I had to fix my brakes. I don't have any bail money for you.
Okay. Live at 2:00. Bail money for Theendu. Come in, please. Yeah.
Tom, he's screwed
I'll be
because
going. What's that?
you get the munchies. What is he going to do when he gets the munchies? He's going to eat those bars alive.
All right, listen.
Don, could you imagine when I go on high at 2:00 today? Duh. What did I say? Okay, go ahead. I'm leaving.
Listen, Theendu, stay in line today because I don't want to have to come on at 2, getting a funds for your bail. Okay.
I'll behave. I'm not leaving the house. All right, guys, I love yous. Go ahead.
All right.
Great show.
Thank you.
All right, be good.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks, Don.
All right, guys. Have a good day, everyone.
You too. All right, everybody. Head over to Tommy Stiggs' show. He is up next. I want to thank Bambi, Don, and Theendu for coming up in the chat, for joining in. You guys were awesome. This was actually it was a really awesome show. Actually, it wasn't a million people in the chat or anything like that, but I think everybody might have enjoyed it because that's stuff that people don't like to talk about. But I am going to go in and try to go to sleep. I'm going to try to be up for Theendu's show. Again, tune in to Tommy Stiggs next, and we'll see you guys all later. Thanks again for coming. Hit the like button.